It took me a while to gather all of the things that I used or switched to during 2025. Hey everyone, welcome to Runs on Espresso. I'm Jenna, and I consider planners and notebooks to be my second brain. In today's video, we are going to look at how it started versus how it's going for 2025. In the Happy Planner Beetlejuice vertical planner, and I enjoyed it, used it, filled it up for the first 6 months of the year, and then I decided it wasn't working for me anymore. I wanted to try something different. Now I gotta check my how it's going stack, and I switched to the Happy Planner color block for the last 6 months of the year. And this one is slightly different. It has, let me find a blank page so it's a little easier to see. It has these color blocks, like alternating color blocks, and a little weekend block here as opposed to, and I have to find a blank page in here because I kind of use this as my tarot notebook, as opposed to just our 3 vertical boxes. So minor differences. I thought this planner was cute. I wanted to check it out, and that is where we're at with our weekly overview planner. The next one on my list is my Google Calendar. Still using that. I have nothing to show you for that because it's on my phone. We'll set the weekly overview aside. Next up is my Archer and Olive A5 bullet journal, and I did use this one for full 6 months. Lots of different things going on in there, and then it was full, so I swapped over to this other A5 and have been filling that up for the last 6 months. So really the only reason I moved to a new one is I filled the old one up, so that is a win. Next up, I'm running out of places to put things, is the Budget by Paycheck workbook. This is the small size. I have been using this all year long. Still going strong here at the end of December. So how it started, how it's going, same one. Another win for me. Next up, I talked about journals, and I have this one here. This is the Archer and Olive Undated Planner from Amy Tangerine, and I forgot to grab one. Doggo, shoe covered in dirt. Look at you little dirt ball. And the other one that went along with this one is the Archer and Olive Square Notebook. So this one here I use as my memory keeping one. So I've been using that all year. Just jot a few notes down for each day, some stickers, colored markers, make it real fun. So that one is still in the lineup. This one is my journal. So this one actually was still a part of 2024, but it's just a page a day, a couple pages a day, here and there. So that one is actually full. So this one's done. But that brings us to another Archer and Olive Square Notebook. This is actually my 2025 reading notebook. So that is how it started out the year. So it's still going strong as my reading notebook. I also added in the last couple months more of the TV shows, movies we've been watching, added it down there a little bit. This is like a to be watched list here. So that is the reading notebook, and then I started adding in pages for my journaling. So instead of starting a brand new one from here, I just added it into here, and that was by design because my plan for, actually, just kidding, I will tell you my plan for 2026 in another video because I'm making a separate what I'm planning to use in 2026 video. So I will count all of these as a win, still using this, and I would have been using this, but I filled it up. All right, taking a look at my blog list here. I was planning to use an Erin Condren focused notebook for like cleaning and household tasks, maintenance, stuff like that. I decided not to use that notebook, and instead I switched to it's still an Erin Condren notebook, but this is an Erin Condren, that is upside down and backwards. This is an Erin Condren 3-subject notebook. So it starts with lined papers in the front, so I have some notes there. And then it gives us a bunch of these like checklists, so I've started filling in some of those with like, not necessarily things that I'm going to check off, but like this is kind of a cleaning schedule, so this is what I do weekly, monthly, quarterly, biannual. So there's that section, and then the last one is a grid section. So I haven't filled that in too much, but this is going to be kind of like for any kind of home remodel, decorative, like things like that, that's going to go in here. So I don't know if that's a win or a loss on my part because I just kind of swapped out notebooks. I'm still using the notebook. I just went with a different style of notebook. Next on my list is my craft planner, and I started out with a Happy Planner notebook. I ended up swapping that for a different notebook. This is a campus notebook, and I like it because it has a grid in here. I found that the Happy Planner, because the one I had lined pages, it was great for making notes, but not so great for sketching out ideas. So this is, as you can see, I've got some just random papers and sticky notes in here. This is great for things like this, like I've got projects and videos. I haven't updated this in a while, but I've got that there. I have notes for this is the colors kit from Allie Edwards, and then I sketched out my ideas. This was December daily, which I ended up moving to a completely, actually I just didn't take notes on that. I didn't find I needed notes, and that's as far as I got in there. So kind of a win because I'm still using a notebook, just a different one. Or maybe that's a loss, I don't know. And that was everything that I started the year with and then switched into. And then I added another one. This is my writing notebook. So I have a little like scene by scene thing from Sarah Cannon in the front. Some other notes in this pocket. I've got just some other printouts that I've been using as references. Chapter checklist, and then this is my writing plan. Eventually this will be my style sheet, and then I've got a bunch of notes that I have written along with my current beat sheet, and then extra note pages for as I go along. And then I've got the 2 separate sections in the back for the next kind of 2 books in this series. They're standalone, but they're like going together. So that is my writing notebook. Oh, and I forgot one other notebook I added after the fact is my Archer and Olive B5 notebook. This is for goals, and I did start off using it in 2025. I've since switched like how I'm using it. So like some of these pages I didn't finish filling in at the beginning, but once I switched how I wanted to use this notebook, I have been filling it in ever since until we get to our last quarter here. So that is my goals notebook. That is how 2025 started, how it ended. Let me know in the comments, how did you start off 2025? versus how you ended it. Did you stay in the same planner all year? Did you switch planners? Did you add things, take things away? I would love to talk about what you have done this year. And let me know if you think I did pretty good or pretty bad on sticking with what I started the year at. And then last thing before I go is this is the first in a 2-video series. The next one will be how I'm starting 2026 off, and I'll share with you everything I plan to use for 2026. Thank you for watching this video. Please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss out on that 2026 video. And until next time, go do something that brings you joy.